Welcome back for our final night of the 2020 Mr. Middletown pageant. I'm Brian Kaiser. My co-host Caroline Gill is on location preparing for the big reveal of how much money will be given to the Four Diamonds Foundation through your donations. And after that, we'll have our crowning ceremony, where we're going to crown the new Mr. Middletown. But before we get to that, we have some other quick business to attend to. And for that, I'm going to turn things over to the co-advisors of the Middletown Area High School Mini-Thon, Cheryl Friedman and Tiffany Lewis.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Friedman.
And I'm Tiffany Lewis, and we are the co-advisors for Middletown Area High School's Mini-Thon.
We want to thank you so much for tuning into our virtual man pageant this past week. We're very excited to have the opportunity to share this event with our Middletown families and community, as we know you have grown to love it as much as we have. We started preparing for this event back in January with a little different version than what you were able to witness. At that time, we had a few extra cast members whom I want to give a shout out to. They helped raise money and gave of their time, all for this great cause. Jared Pugh, Jose Lopez, Matt Spangler, Jay Simler, Trevor Myers, Dan Lugo, Tim Kleinfelter, Timmy Reason, and Max Miller. Thanks, guys. We really appreciate your help.
We'd also like to thank our Four Diamonds family this year, the Sanborns. Michelle and Brooks Sanborn, their son Kai Sanborn, was actually a Four Diamonds child. He was diagnosed with ALL leukemia just before his second birthday. And we also like to thank his sister Cambria for making an appearance on their video the other day. Thank you for sharing your story.
This entire event was made possible because we had a lot of people who were willing to take some risks and spend a lot of time behind a computer screen. A special thanks to our hosts extraordinaire, Caroline Gill and Brian Kaiser, who make talking in front of a computer way easier than it really is. Also, another round of gratitude for Paige Berger and Brian Kaiser for their hours of editing, scripting, producing, and dealing with copyright laws. This year's unprecedented experience was made possible because they had a vision and they saw it through.
We'd also like to give a thank you to our 2019-2020 Middletown High School Mini-Thon committee members. They did a lot for us this year, and they helped us through all of our events, and we really appreciate all of the work that they did. And a special shout out to Isabella Stillo and Kate Fitzpatrick for really pulling us together to get us in contact with the boys. It was not always the easiest thing. And speaking of the boys, let's give them a final amazing round of applause. They did an excellent job, despite some faulty situations happening here and there and trying to get us all the content. They did an excellent job, and we are so thankful for all the money that they raised. So thanks, guys. We really appreciate all your help.
And a special thanks also to Ann Mahalik, who we can't forget was the vision behind us even starting a Mini-Thon at Middletown. So Ann, we love you and thank you.
And thank you to Mrs. Friedman and Mrs. Lewis for their leadership in this project. Okay, it's time to find out how much was raised this year. I'm going to send it out to Caroline with some members of the Middletown Area High School Mini-Thon Committee for the reveal. Take it away.
Hello, I'm your host, Caroline Gill, and I'm here to reveal the total. Thanks to all of your generous donations, we're able to give all this money to the Four Diamonds Fund. Here we go with our reveal. $12,847.70 is all going to be going to children to help their battle with cancer. Yeah!
For everyone involved in this year's pageant, thank you so much for your donations to Four Diamonds. It is with great pride that we will be able to give them a total donation of over $12,000 from the Mr. Middletown pageant proceeds. The fight against cancer, especially in children, continues, and your donations help bring us closer to finding a cure. So again, we say thank you. Now it's time to shift gears. It's time to crown a new Mr. Middletown in our crowning ceremony. It's the final act of our 2020 Mr. Middletown pageant, as now we will crown our winner. All of our guys have not only worked hard at their talents, dancing and speaking, but they've also been doing other things too to collect more money. The final results include all of the money they've been able to earn, from t-shirt sales to spaghetti dinner dates to canning to their donor drive contributions. But before we name our winner and first and second runners up, let's quickly look back at highlights from each of our contestants. We have assembled our top 6 contestants in terms of their donation amounts. We will now announce the names of our top 3 in reverse order. There was less than $600 difference between first and third place. Now, without any further ado, the second runner-up in the 2020 Mr. Middletown pageant is Brady Kaiser. And now for the first runner-up. The first runner-up in the 2020 Mr. Middletown pageant is Garrett Miller. And now the moment we've all been waiting for. The new 2020 Mr. Middletown is Joey Spear. And now, as Joey is crowned, our Mr. Middletown pageant theme.
The pageant is over, and you have won. The people have spoken. Your reign has begun. So come and step forward and put on your crown. It's your first walk as Mr. Middletown.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2020 Mr. Middletown, Joey Spear. And that brings our 2020 Mr. Middletown pageant to a close. For everyone involved, this is Brian Kaiser thanking you for joining us and making this virtual pageant a success. We will see you again next year in 2021 for the Mr. Middletown pageant. Thanks, everyone. Good night.
It's right.